Are you here for fashion or are you here for fishing? You're not gonna get fashion on this channel. I wear socks with my sandals and I'm proud of it. Here's the thing. Today I'm throwing a Ned rig on this little BFS setup in a river and we're chasing smallies. Who can complain about that? Not a daggum person. The other exciting thing is I just launched 2 new sizes of mule jig, the 1/16th and the 3/32nd. Today we're started with the 3/32nd. That's right, folks. We got some serious Ned rig jigs. Let's go.
I'm probably gonna need to ditch my socks at some point, but I wanna keep my toes nice and toasty warm right now. As mentioned, I just launched 2 new sizes of mule jig, and the reason I came out with these 2 sizes is because they're great for Ned rigs, but I still wanted to have a point of differentiation versus a lot of the jig heads on the market, and so we've got a lot smaller hook. So this will be better for light line fishermen like you and me. We're on the other side of the state right now, and I've never fished here in my life. I really hope we can find a couple smallies in this water. The water's moving too quick here, guys. This is not the ideal situation. I gotta find some better break lines, and I don't know where they'll be, but I'm gonna have to do some walking. No matter what, we're up for a cool adventure today. Look at all this. All right, Nike mid, you've been retired. What's up, Mr. Frog? We just got to get over to that island over there. This can be a wee bit sketchy. You know, you don't want to slip, you don't want to twist an ankle. And now we are on the island. You cannot be in a rush with this sort of stuff. If you start putting yourself in a rush, you will end up making a mistake. If you make a mistake, you might have an injury. If you have an injury and you're on your own, that could be a problem. Very pristine waters, guys. Keep moving, try to find a little bit deeper stretch. Okay, I see a stretch where I'd like to go, so I'm gonna have to just put some walking in. There, I just spooked a smallie. No, that's a rock bass. Oh, there he is. He's looking at it. He's on it. Got him. I just literally sight fished this fish. Big old rock bass. Mondo. There we go, and he's peeing. Look at that. First fish on my new 3/32 ounce size. I sight fished him. It's actually a fat rock bass. I love that. Oh, heck yeah. I literally sight fished that guy. I'm so exhausted. I've put in so much work so far today, so I don't even know how to react right now. But that was actually a nice, solid rock bass, and I will take that any day of the week. It's obviously not the species I was planning on going for today, but I tell you what, at this point, I will take anything. Fish. Another rocky. I was gonna say it looked way too good. That one's a lot smaller than the first, but there's a nice undercut bank here and there's a ton of minnows and stuff. So it makes total sense this fish is here. Throw him out there. You know, even though I do have confidence this bait will catch fish, I think I'm gonna try one with a little bit slower rate of fall. The 3/32 just sinks a little faster than I would prefer. The 1/16, and I'm gonna use white. That's a real small bait right there, but I think that that little bit smaller profile might make a difference. I've only got a little bit more river to fish here, and then I'm actually gonna go to a different park. Oh my gosh. Dadgummit, I just spooked one. That looked more like a smallie. If that was a rock bass, that was a massive rock bass. I'm pretty sure that was probably a 14-inch smallmouth. Fish, there he is. That's a smallie, that's a smallie, that's what we're after. It's actually a pretty good smallie. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna land this fish. That's a good fish. Oh my gosh. In this current, my friends, this is a really nice smallmouth. I did not expect to see a fish this big. Oh my gosh. Beautiful fish, thank goodness. And to think I was just about ready to leave. And I know you guys are gonna say, this isn't a huge fish by any means, but in this current, a lot of the fish in this system are pretty darn small. Got him a little muddy there, sorry bud. Oh my gosh, look at that. An absolute chunker. I tell you what, in this current, fish like this, oh, I love it. Man, I don't know if it was the 1/16 ounce white that made the difference or if it was just a matter of timing. I don't know, but I'm glad I made the switch. And you know what? These small hook sizes are important, man. On light line and light gear, you don't want to overdo your hook. So many bass fishermen use too big of hooks.
Guys, talk about timing. I'm literally about ready to leave. I switch plastics. I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll catch another rock bass or something. Boom, a nice healthy smallmouth. And I'm telling you, in a river system like this, it's not to say there's not huge fish present. There probably are. They're probably gonna be in those deeper sections. This is a pretty shallow, flat, fast moving current area. And these fish, man, they've got a lot of fight in them. And a fish like that, I will take any day of the week. Honestly, I'm just stoked that it is a mission complete. I actually caught a smallmouth bass. I'm not gonna quit yet though. I'd really like to catch a couple more. But ultimately, I caught my smallmouth. smallmouth, I caught a couple rock bass that were bonuses, and I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, let's get in the car and head to the next spot. Ooh, that is cold. That is so cold. Fish. It's a rocky, isn't it? No, it's a smallie. It's a smallie. I literally flipped this in there. Like, I have never flipped with a BFS rod and reel and a Ned rig in my life, and it paid off. Oh, I've been spending a ton of time. I just got here to the second spot maybe 30 minutes ago, and all I've been doing is walking around. But this little guy was right up in there. The river just flows right here. There's a nice little break up right there because of that tree. This little guy was right there, man. He's a pretty fish. All right, well, that's one way to release him. I was gonna get a sweet underwater release. Well, so much for that. This section of river here is not very conducive for the bank angler again.
Okay folks, we just drove to my third and final section of river that I am going to be fishing today, and here it is. I've actually fished here in the past before. I've only been here a couple times, but I've had a little bit of luck, so I'm hoping that we can put that little swim bait to use. You know, I'm obviously super tired right now because I put in, how many steps have I put in? I've only put in 12,000 steps, which really isn't that many, but it's been hard steps. I've been walking through water, I've been walking through woods. It's been kind of just a tough day of fishing so far. We've caught a few smallies, we've caught a few rock bass. I'm pretty happy right now, but I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 more fish. So let's get started.
There's something on a bed right there. If that's a smallmouth, that's a huge smallmouth. That's a 20-inch smallmouth. And the bed's in a place where I absolutely am not gonna be able to hit it. So there's a bed like right there. But I mean, it's virtually, as you can see, there's trees and crap everywhere. It's virtually impossible for me to fish it. And even if I was to fish it, this fish isn't locked. I'll just stay here for a couple minutes, see if the fish comes back. And the fish every now and again will circle and just take a look, but he never gets closer than about 15, 20 feet. I'm to the point now where I've been sitting here for several minutes and I just don't think that this fish is catchable. And it stinks because it's a huge smallie. Oh, we got one tailing it. Got him. Got him. Smallmouth. I literally saw him. Not a bad fish. Oh gosh, I gotta get him off that log. Get up over. There we go. Oh gosh, he's a fighter, man. In this current, these fish are nuts. These fish are so daggum nuts. Okay, how am I gonna get, oh no, he's got me in a tree. Oh no, get out of that tree. God, this BFS is so fun. I gotta get down there. It's a pain in the butt. All right. Talk about a fun fight, man. Just a gorgeous little small jaw. This swim bait is paying off, folks. I didn't catch a single smallie on the other bait that I was using, but that little swim bait right there. I don't know if it's the chartreuse or the rate of fall or what, but I'll take it. I love smallies, man. All of this effort that I've went through today, man, it's paying off. Has it been spectacular fishing? No, but it sure has been fun, I guarantee you that. And that fish, I saw him tail it. He was just watching it. And I did one little twitch. I saw him eat it, so I set the hook. I didn't feel a bite at all. You know, these fights would be super fun on like an ultralight of any type, but on this BFS setup, man, it's just so much fun.
Well, I tell you what, folks, I'm super exhausted right now. I've made several more casts and I just can't seem to find another fish. That being said, I'll probably make a few more casts before I go home, and if I catch one, great. If not, I'm gonna go home and eat some leftover sloppy joes, which sounds amazing. See ya.